Let's talk about why we separated, right? Now, everybody is reading one book, right? Everybody reading one book, but we don't have one teacher. Now, since this one book have thousands of teachers, that's creating a mystery Babel. Now, what is the mystery about Babylon? Now, Babylon is information. The mystery is we don't know who has the right information. Nobody knows. This is why the prophecy is talking about the one. Now, we often got this saying what? Numbers don't lie. Now, why numbers don't lie? Because you can't get 2 without 1. You can't get 1,000 without 1. You can't get 3, you can't get 4 without 1. And even if you want to get into the teens, you got to have 1. Like for 11 to become 11, it needs 1. For 12 to become 12, it needs 1. Now, we are seeking that number 1. Now, many people have made the number 1 a spirit. Many people have made the number 1 a consciousness. Many people have made the number 1 whatever they got. They made them in the sky. But the number 1, in order for us to remove or get out of Babylon, we have to start with 1. Then we can create the many. But without the 1 is no what? Creation of the many. So right now we have many prophets of Babylon. Everybody, remember, is talking about one book. But everybody is teaching it different ways. So again, you ask yourself, when we gonna come together? When we gonna come together? Shut up. Shut up. Now the truth is gonna make people shut up, because when you tell the truth, who do you shame? You shame the devil. Now the devil is deception. So whoever speaking deception, when the truth is spoken, shame gonna get brought to their deception. And when you bring shame to deception, they gonna be quiet. This is why what? The truth have to be lifted up. Now right now, this number 1 is being crucified. He's being rejected. All these things are happening just as there is written. But he will be lifted up, and all eyes will see. And this one, shame, is brought to the mystery. Because remember, the devil do stuff in secret. God do it where everybody can see. So now I'm going to go to the scripture to show you how we need the Lord. Now the Lord is the firstborn. The Lord is a person. The Lord is the overseer of the writings. So let's go to the scripture. Now, let alone the people that's teaching the Bible, they don't consider themselves priests. It's a few people that's teaching the Bible that consider themselves priests. But in most people's mind, the priests don't exist. The priests are just people that's made up. I don't know. But let's read the scripture. So it says, the priest said not, where is the Lord? And they that handled the law knew me not. Now, what's the first thing the priest didn't ask for? Where is the number 1? Because they say the number 1 is in the sky, it's a consciousness, or I don't know, whatever they say. But the 1 is a son of man. And I'm going to prove that with scripture. The Lord is a son of man. He's the firstborn. He's number 1. So it says, the priest said, now where's the Lord? So when they pick up the book, nobody asks where the Lord is. Because we think we already know where the Lord is. It says what? They that handled the law knew me not. So people are handling the book because the Bible is a prophecy of God. The law gonna come from the mouth. So handling the law is handling the prophetic visions, which are instructions. Law are instructions. So the Bible is instructions about what? The prophetic vision of God. It say the pastors also transgress against me, and the prophets prophesied by what? Babylon, and walk after things that do not profit. Now, like I tell people, what does it profit for someone to teach us the Bible? Nothing. The profit is in the Bible being fulfilled. That's what's going to profit us. Teaching the Bible would never bring us no profit at all. So all the teachers, the pastors, the priests are all doing things that won't profit us. Now, let's get back to why I'm making this video. Because who is the number 1? Who is this Lord that nobody is asking for? Who is this Lord that nobody is asking for? The priests, the pastors, and the people who handle the law. They not asking for the Lord. Let's see who the Lord is. Let's see who the Lord is. The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. So let's go back to this jealousy. Why is jealousy going to be stirred up? How many people have picked up the Bible? How many priests have picked up the Bible? How many regular people have picked up the Bible? And since they have picked up the Bible, when the mighty man grabs the Bible, what they gonna do? Get jealous. Why? Why they gonna get jealous? Because they think they have the truth. When they prophesizing what? By Baal. So this mighty man is gonna reveal the mighty mystery. Because if can't nobody reveal the mystery, then the mystery is mighty. So once this mighty mystery is revealed by this mighty man, a lot of jealousy gonna be stirred up, and what they gonna do? Crucify him is what they have done. But what he gonna do? He shall cry, the war cry, yea, roar. He gonna roar like a lion, and he shall prevail against his enemies. Now, who is his enemies? Who is the mighty man enemies? The teachers of the Bible. Now here we go. For the Son of Man is Lord. So the Lord is not a consciousness. The Lord is the Word made flesh, even of the Sabbath day. So again, you see this Lord, and you see why he's going to stir up jealousy. Because when the number one comes, everybody that picked up the Bible is trying to be number one. If they wasn't trying to be number one, they wouldn't have picked up the book. So when they picked up the book, they consider themselves the one that God has chosen. But when the truth comes, shame gonna be brought to them, because when you tell the truth, you shame the devil. And those who picked up the Bible before the number one, they gonna get shamed. Now, when a regular person come bring shame to you, you don't see the invisible spirit in that person. So what do? You crucify the flesh of that person, which you throw stones at them, you reject them, you backstab them, whatever you want to do. You're gonna do that to the flesh. But in the end, this is the flesh that will rise. So now that we have gotten this mystery out of the way of what Babylon is, it's stuff that's coming from people's mouths, but you don't know that they don't know what they're talking about, because they said something that scratched your ear, and you're like, man, that sounds good. You know what? I agree with that. But the mystery, you don't know they babbling. You just see a person talking. So this is what's going on in the world, y'all. Babylon has become great. You know how people get 1,000 views, 1,000 likes. They got a huge congregation. They got a huge house. And it's all from them what? Babylon. And people consider them great. So when you looking for the great Babylon, look into the lips of mankind. Because that's where Babylon is coming from. And this is creating a system of religion, false thoughts, false gods, false worship, and false deeds. Vain imaginations. All these things are coming from Babylon. So now this tower that has now reached heaven is being tore down with the spoken truth, not the spoken babble. You know, so like I say, y'all, I hope this video was enlightening. And as always, I hope the Father has circumcised y'all hearts and ears for the message. Peace and blessings.